Hello and welcome to another episode of the Adrienne Ross Show, where sports and culture connect. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Sunday afternoon. As for me, I got to tell you, this Unrivaled stuff is starting to get to me. And what I mean by that is this morning, as I'm getting ready for church, I find myself going, ooty ooty doo, or something, or ooty ooty doo, or some mess like that. That lunar owls do. That's their call. And I'm getting ready for church, and I'm like, yo, we've gone too far now. Where I can't even stand that call. Oh, anyway, we are hoping for the best for the Kansas City Chiefs over here in Chiefs Kingdom. I don't have a Patrick Mahomes or Kelsey or Chiefs jersey or hoodie or anything like that. I actually am wearing my GOAT Serena Williams hoodie, but I do have on Patrick Mahomes socks. So I'm representing. Okay. All right. We're going to talk about Unrivaled. We're going to talk about Unrivaled. And we're going to talk specifically in this video about Angel Reese. She had a tough night and didn't get a lot of minutes. Actually, those minutes went to Lexi Hall, who just took care of business after riding the bench for 2 games, and she did her thing. We'll deal with Lexi Hall in a separate video. For this video, I want to talk about Angel Reese and what some of the examples of it being a tough night and what I think it's doing to her. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to first look at the stats from that game. That was the game I was calling the Battle of the Defeateds, because the Rose, which is the team that Angel Reese and Lexi Hall play on, they hadn't had a win, and neither had the Mist, no wins. So the Battle of the Defeateds, and Rose came out on top with Angel sitting much of the game and Lexi Hall doing her thing. So let's take a look at just really quickly at the stats. Okay, like I said, Mist versus Rose. Now, after this game, Mist having lost, still 0-4. Whew. And Rose now 1-2. And here we are with Kalia Copper had 18, Chelsea Gray had 12. Like I said, Lexi Hall, she was leading the way with 19. I usually like to start with the top and work down, but I'm all over the place right now. Azure Stevens has 16. Brittany Sykes with 2. And then Angel Reese with 4, and only 8 minutes of play. And like I said, it was a tough night. We'll get back to Lexi Hall in a separate video. For Mist, Jewel Lloyd was back after being out a game, and Brianna Stewart had 20. Aaliyah Edwards had 14. Rakia Jackson, Jewel Lloyd had 13. Rakia Jackson had 10, and Courtney Vandersloot had 9 points in a losing effort. Let's get to some of Angel Reese's woes in this game. I am over here on DePope B. Frank's channel. Hey, DePope, using some of your footage here. So let's expand this. Chelsea Gray with the ball. Angel slips through, and then over the top, misses the layup. Now, that was just, she might have actually missed a layup even before that, because it seems to me she had missed maybe 2, might have been 3 early in the game. But I think at this point she may have missed 1 already, but I'm not 100% sure. So after this, let's take a look at what happens. More woes for Angel Reese. This was right after the missed layup. Angel Reese gets the rebound, and she brings the ball up the floor. Let me play it while I talk. Stop it. So Jewel Lloyd shoots, misses. Angel Reese gets the rebound, and she's bringing it up the floor. And then she double dribbles, right? So she picks it up and then puts it back on the floor. As you see here, picks it up, puts it back on the floor. She immediately realizes she did it. See, because she pats her chest. She's like, my bad, right? You see it right there, my bad. But then you see this. And this is really what hurt my heart. I know there are people who are out there who are under the delusion that I just can't stand Angel Reese. This is basketball, and remember, she just missed the layup, and now she double dribbles. And actually, she had carried the ball even before she double dribbled it, and she got away with that call. But then they called it on this one. Let me find that again. Here we go. So here she's bringing it up, and she actually, you see her dribbling. Actually, right there. She had already carried the ball, and they didn't call that, which sometimes they don't call anymore for some reason. But so there's the carry right there, and then picks it up and dribbles and realizes it right away. My bad. But like I said, this right here shows me like this is 5-5. This is early in the game. And she realizes that, man, right, I'm messing up. And she's not oblivious to the criticism that she gets online. So there's that too. Okay, so we've had a couple turnovers right there in 2 possessions. And like I said, I think she had already missed a layup at some point before that. And so now we get this situation. I'm over at Bricks Center on X. I'll expand this and let's take a look. We're still in the first quarter.
8-7, the lead has flip-flopped early here in Miami. Reese's Pieces, dumping it, Copper, the finish.
So I talked about this last night during the live stream. Angel rips the ball. She picks Breanna Stewart's pocket and goes the length of the court and has a wide open layup and chooses not to take the layup. This is, of course, after she has already missed 1 or 2 layups. She had turned the ball over with the double dribble, but I don't really think it's the double dribble that caused her to make the decision she made, because obviously she picked the pocket and went the distance, but then she gets right to the basket and she doesn't finish the shot. So let me just turn the volume off right here. So again, Breanna Stewart bringing it up. Angel Reese picks the pocket, pushes the ball the right side of the court, and then just decides, nah, I'm not going to do it. And I don't want no part of it. There is no one between Angel Reese and the basket. Nobody. Straight up layup. And Kalia Copper is trailing the play. Angel Reese decides, no, I'm not going to take the layup, and gets rid of it. Kalia Copper obviously doesn't expect to receive the pass in a situation like this, but she's able to. I was surprised. She was able to gather that, quick hands, and then finish the shot. Not easy to do, because you're not expecting to receive that pass when, with a wide open layup. Maybe if it's a different situation, but obviously not here. And so this is the thing that I talked about in my live stream that I got to say here, because that hit me hard, because I knew then that her head was all messed up in terms of, I don't want to miss another layup. There's been a lot of talk about the missed layups, and I've talked about missed layups, not just from Angel Reese, but a whole lot of missed layups in this Unrivaled league. But obviously Angel gets called out for missed layups. She's a professional athlete. People are going to call it out. But I just felt for her, because I could tell she just did not want that. Not only are people talking about missed layups, I mean, the whole Kennedy Carter thing came out, and people were saying that Kennedy Carter was talking about Angel, when it seems like Kennedy Carter was likely talking about Unrivaled, which of course Angel Reese is a part of Unrivaled. But in any case, it just shows that this is in her head, that she's aware of what people are saying, and she just didn't want to mess this up, and she choked, to use the word we used last night on the live stream. Well, you can't not talk about it. I mean, not if you're talking about basketball, not if you're going to treat them like professional athletes. But I think Angel Reese she's going to have to she's going to have to get the confidence up. So then she sat out most of the game. which was the right decision. And kudos to the coaches for making that decision, because that might have been a hard decision, as I said in the live stream, because it's Angel Reese and she's the most popular name in Unrivaled. And so, from what I've heard, fans are already saying, blaming Nola Henry for this or whatever. But Nola Henry made the right decision. The coaching staff made the right decision. It was not her night, okay? And they were trying to get a win. Angel Reese sits most of the game. They get the win. But she's going to have to gain confidence around the layups. And that means getting in the gym, working on her layups. It's absolutely necessary. I don't want to come down I don't want to come down too hard on her, but it was bad. And more than it being bad there and in other situations, it's that it's clear that it's now totally messing with her head. Ballers don't give up a wide open layup like that. They just don't, unless, so it's really affecting her. So, I for those again who are going to say, oh, you just can't stand injuries. Listen, you're not going to take me seriously if I absolutely pretend that was normal to do, that's what basketball players would do in that situation. It's not. But if you were with us in the live stream, I said then, and I'm saying again, like I think with the first miss layup, I was like, man, I want her to do, like, I'm cheering for her to do well. I want her to do well. I've always said it. I'm not going to back up. I've always said that people have done Angel Reese a disservice, because I said at one point that she was mediocre at best in her basketball skills. And then I upgraded it and said, okay, she's good. But the pressure that has been put on her to perform a certain way at a certain level, it's not there. I'm not saying it can't be there, but it's not there. And layups obviously are basic. Like I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but I'm just saying it's in her head now, and she's gonna have to work really, really hard to overcome that. And so those are my thoughts. I almost don't know what to say, but it's here. It's in their head. So what are your thoughts? Be respectful in the comments. And like I said, I plan to do another video about Lexi Hull and her highlights. Was really impressed with her performance. And so we'll get to that. And so I'll catch you next time, God willing. God bless you abundantly.